guys, Mormons here, and today many of you guys asked me to do a review of the Freedom Network and mainly explain why the heck I'm leaving the network after my video announcing that I was leaving the network about a month ago. I was specifically in the Paragon subnetwork of Freedom. Now, what a subnetwork is a network under an MCN that basically provides just little beneficial stuff extra on top of the partnership that an MCN would provide. Like Paragon provided me with designers and just other stuff like forums and stuff like that. Just extra stuff that you don't necessarily need, but it would be nice to have. Now, the MCN actually offered the contract, the revenue share, the CPM, and the actual partnership. So this will be a full review on the Freedom Network. Paragon really had nothing to do with this. I'm mainly talking about the stuff that Freedom did to affect my experience with them and not Paragon. I had joined Freedom back in April 20th of 2014, 11 months ago as of 3 days ago. I'm recording this on the 23rd of March. And at the time, they did not have a bad reputation, as they only had like several thousand partners, and not many people knew about them as a company and everything, because they were pretty new. They had just started back in October of 2013, and they were able to partner people in December of 2013. So they were in fact fairly new, and they really hadn't gained that reputation. So I was kind of taking a risk, you know, joining a network that nobody really knew about. There were a couple of reviews already about the network, and they're fairly positive, as they did have a no lock-in contract. And I even looked at like their main hub channel or whatever, and they had tons of videos on how you could grow your channel faster, and they gave awesome tips on how to make your channel grow faster and stuff like that. So I was really interested in, you know, growing my channel, as everyone is interested in doing that. So I figured Freedom was the right way to go. Now here's where we start to see the drawbacks of a network with such good reputation. These are my true experiences. Your experiences may differ, but this is my my experience with Freedom, and these are some drawbacks that I've seen. Now, with the network, I got an extremely low CPM. If you don't know what a CPM is, that is a cost per mil, which it was a set amount of money you got per 1,000 views. The CPM of Freedom was so low that I could have gotten a higher CPM if I would have just stayed with a regular YouTube partnership without joining a network. So, yes, their CPM was extremely low. So if you're kind of money focused with going into a network, I would highly suggest staying away from Freedom, as their CPM is extremely low. And another thing, talking about ads and money stuff with the network, their revenue share was crap. 60-40 is horrible. I've seen other networks with no lock-in contracts with like 90-10 split. 60-40, they're taking 40% of your revenue share. Now, I do understand that, as they do have a no lock-in contract, but I have seen much higher with a no lock-in contract before. And they promise that you'll get a higher revenue share the longer you're with them and the more money you generate for them. But in my experience of 11 months with them, and going from like 100 subscribers to 2,000 subscribers with them in the network, I was in their network and I went from like 200 subscribers to 2,000 subscribers in a year. And I did not get upgraded or anything. My revenue share stayed at 60-40 the entire time I was with them. And they had promised me that my revenue share would only get larger as the longer I stayed with them. And you'd think with over 100,000 partners, they'd be able to raise their revenue share for partners, because they have such a great amount of money and income coming into the network from these 100,000 partners. And they even boast that they have 100,000 partners. So you'd think they'd have tons of money already, so they could further put that back into the partners, where they can invest in making better content. And another bad thing was their support sucked so bad. So they started out when they were smaller and they only had several thousand partners. And when I started back in April of 2014, they just had where you could get support by just emailing them. Now this eventually turned into a support ticket system as the network was growing so fast. And you guys know how support ticket systems work. You don't get your response like in forever. It took me forever to get a response from them. One time it took me 3 weeks just to get a response about just a simple partnership question. It was horrendous. And I guess that may have been a little of like the ticket system's fault, because this was during the time that they were transferring between the email and ticket system, but they could have done something better. Why would you do a support system? Support ticket systems are horrible, and like these networks don't give a crap about it. And it just sucks how these networks use these support ticket systems, because it takes forever for a response. Because using these support ticket systems, you have such a great amount of tickets that come in, and like everything becomes disorganized and stuff. So the emailing system would have been better, and they just could have hired a bit more people to run that emailing system. Now on to another drawback. So I was looking through their main hub channel, and I stumbled across a couple of their videos, and I was looking through their comment section of people just asking, you know, comments. I was just looking through the comments on the videos. So, you know, I clicked on somebody's channel, go and check out their videos, you know, because I'm always interested in checking out people's content, trying to help people with their channel and subscribe to their channel, and help them grow and help myself grow, and, you know more people in the community and have more connections with people. So I clicked on several people's channels, and you'll see like their last video was like published like 2 years ago, and it had a good amount of views, but it was like crap quality. The channel itself, the channel art was dumb, the profile photo was dumb, and the last video was like published like 2 years ago. These people aren't putting any effort into their channel, and they're getting the same revenue share as me. They're getting the same no lock-in contract as me. It's kind of, you know, it offends me in a way that people that don't put any effort at all into their channel are getting the same amount of treatment as me, that I've worked so hard, you know. You know, you want more if you work harder, and to see that they're getting the same treatment as you when they don't put any effort into their channel. I work hours trying to make these videos and trying to, you know, reply to comments and interact with you guys. When these people don't reply to a single comment on their channel, they don't care about their channel art, they don't care about their channel profile photo, and they don't care about thumbnails, and they don't care about like weekly uploads and daily uploads and stuff like that. And it just, you know, you want to have the best, you know, if you work harder, you want to have the best opportunities. And that, when I saw that kind of like got me mad, because these people are getting the same revenue share and everything that I'm getting when they don't put any effort into their channel. Now on to another drawback. So they had a bunch of partners on their channel, that, you know, they had a bunch of partners that showcased themselves on the hub channel, the MCNFreedom channel, and these guests were pretty big YouTubers, but they weren't credible YouTubers. Like, they weren't good YouTubers. They probably, I don't know how they got that many subs, but they were just really weird and sketchy people. And one of them to name is Shoe Nice. Oh my god, he is such a weird guy, and he's got like over like 400k subs. He eats like, I'm not gonna say what, I'm not gonna like spoil his videos or anything, but oh my gosh. So on several videos, they talk about spamming the community to join Freedom. Why would you do this? They're telling their own partners to go into the YouTube messaging stuff and message as many people that they can about their Freedom referral links. That is not the way to run a network. You don't want to make your network look trashy. That's the worst thing to do. And even when I was in the network, I got over 100 messages about the new MCNFreedom. Please join today. No lock in contract. High CPM when it was actually low. And it just, you know, the network becomes trashier and trashier every day when you have more and more crap quality channels joining, and it's really the network just starts to become horrible when you have all these people that don't put any effort into their videos, and they're just in it, you know, for the money and everything. And I don't really like that. And it makes people that work hard, like me and several other YouTubers that are also in the network that I know, it makes a lot of us feel like we're being forgotten about, and we're not cared about in the network. And that's specifically what we were promised when we joined the network. And about the no lock-in contract, it's not actually no lock-in. You were with them for 30 days after you hit the unlink button. And they're very rude about it. When I okay, so the network name is Freedom, you know? So, in one of their videos, it shows you how to unlink your channel from Freedom. So I'm like, yeah, I can unlink my channel. So in the end of the video, they say, you have to wait 30 days. So I'm like, alright, I'll wait 30 days. So it comes about 5 days later. I'm like, well, it's Freedom. Maybe I can just, you know, run a support ticket by them, see what I can do to get released earlier. So I run a support ticket by them, and I say, hey, is there any way I could be released earlier? I just was wondering, blah, blah, blah. And I said it in a nice way. I didn't, like, do it in all caps or something. But they gave me about 3 to 4 days later, they gave me a very weird and almost kind of mean response. They specifically said, that you signed the contract, and in part blah blah blah, you said you signed the contract that said you must give us 30 days notice. And you know, that kind of made me a little bit mad, as they could have just said, hey, you signed the contract. They could have said it in a nicer way, and they specifically put parts in all caps. It was really like mean, and almost like they just wanted to get a response done and just get done with it, and they don't really care about the person that they're talking to. And especially with the support system, it makes it easier to just forget about the person that you're talking to. And they don't really care. The support people suck so bad. And when so I went to Freedom to, you know, to get away from the contract. Freedom was freedom. It wasn't, well, you signed this in the contract, so you gotta abide by this that our contract has on it. So I don't like the whole thought of being stuck to a contract, and that's what Freedom presented to me when I first partnered with them. But they were using my contract against me that I signed when I wanted to be released, but I didn't want to wait the 30 days. So, these are just the reasons why I left and why I don't really like the Freedom Network. I mean, if you want to join them, you can join them. That's totally your opinion. But I'm just trying to put my experience into your consideration. So before joining a YouTube network, make sure that you've looked at all the options and considered everything before joining a network. Make sure it has the contract that you like, make sure it has the revenue share that you like, and make sure the community is right for you. If you're a gaming creator, obviously you want to go into a gaming-oriented network, or a network with a good gaming community behind it. And if you're a makeup artist or an artist, I don't know, makeup artist, what the heck? If you like doing makeup, obviously you're going to want to go into a style and fashion network such as Style Hall. And you want to find the right network that fits you. So yeah, please put this whole review into consideration before you join Freedom. Please go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you're into gaming content and stuff, as my channel is gaming oriented. I love you guys, and I will see you freaking later. Bye guys. Let's go.